So I am the program director y esto es Barcelona. Have you been in Barcelona or in Europe, Spain? You have been in Barcelona?
In Madrid.
In Madrid. Not the same.
Yeah, I know.
I've been in France and Spain.
France and Spain.
But not Barcelona.
Okay, where in Spain?
We stayed in Madrid, but we took day trips to Toledo, Avila, and a couple other places.
Okay.
I can't think right now.
Okay, but not in Catalonia, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, okay. The rest in Europe or?
Ireland, but no.
Ireland, okay, yeah.
Been to London.
Okay, Brexit, but still Europe. Okay. So it's interesting to ask for that because for some students, arriving there is a big change. It's not just the language. By the way, you will hear people telling you like, they speak Catalan. Are you sure that you are going to improve your Spanish? Of course. And the improvement of the language is not that in the place they speak, it's about you. Is you can improve or not, but you cannot say, oh, because they speak Catalan. No. In all the companies in Catalonia and in Barcelona, where you will be, they speak Catalan and Spanish, and if they approach you in Catalan and they see that you are really lost, they will switch into Spanish or into English, okay? Barcelona is very international, muy cosmopolita como ciudad, and we have foreign people all the year, during the summer much more, but taking consideration that is the Mediterranean coast, everybody from England, Ireland, and they want to be there. We have a lot of bachelor parties. You will see that, you will experience that. You will see that a lot. For many reasons, the good weather is always sunny, most of the time, and the good price of the drinks. The water is more expensive than beer. That explains the bachelor parties that we are having all the time. And the food, the good quality of the food, and the good price. Good quality and good price for the food, okay? A lot of tomatoes, paella. Are you vegetarians, some of you here? The vegetarians, they survive, so no problem about that. Fruits, vegetables, they're very fresh. So as I said before, it's an internship program, so it's very challenging. I'm not going to lie, I don't want to lie about that because I'm very proud. It's very challenging. It's challenging, first of all, because it can be a cultural shock. Even if you know the language, you will be lost in translation, and sometimes you will feel like I understand what he's saying or she's saying, but her body language is totally different. Yes, so you can understand things, but not the complete idea of things. So you will learn not just the language, but you will learn to be outside of your comfort zone, and not just for a week. And that is amazing. You will have days where you will hate the Spanish language and the Spanish culture, and then you will love it, okay? And it's not that you are becoming bipolar. You're experiencing being outside of your comfort zone. I am explaining you that, but you will live situations like that because we're using public transportation, and I am very proud of it, but for some students it's like, I miss my car. And we're like, your car is far away, and here, metro with people. Sometimes it's very crowded, sometimes not, and the smells. Yes, welcome to the world of smells. So, yes, people, they transpirate, and in many places in Europe you will smell, like you can smell in big cities. Pickpocketing, you have to pay attention to pickpocketing because it's a big city, a lot of people, and a lot of pickpocketing. So maybe you will hear some news about how Barcelona is like Paris, it's like Brussels, it's like London. Big city, a lot of people, you will experience that. So once you have a backpack, or take it like this, don't go with your laptop like this on the metro, please don't do that, it's not a campus, okay? You're making like signs like, I'm not from here, I have a Mac. And even when you go to a bar, don't put your bag on the floor because some people will come and dance to you and the other will take the bag. So they have different plans to take things. So no bags on the floor, take your things with you. And when you go out, I don't know if you hear about some former students that they have been in Barcelona, but we go out really late. It's not that we are having dinner late, we are having dinner late. And for some students, this accommodation is like, how it can be possible? I want to go to a restaurant and it's closed. People there are drinking at 6 p.m. It's coffee time, I'm sorry. People, they are having dinner at 9 or 10. If you have a family, you have dinner at 7:30, but you're like a mom, okay? But the rest of the people that are young and no kids, they will have dinner really late. And the restaurants, they're following this. So the people that go out, the people of your age, young people, at what time? What do you think? At what time you go out on a Saturday?
Midnight.
Yeah, midnight or 1. So you make the previews before, at home or on a park. Pay attention if you're doing the previews on a park, because some people will join you. I will ask you some of your drinks. So if you don't want to share, make the previews at home. And then the party starts, or the bars. Most of the time, the people, they don't go just to one bar, they go to different bars. So, and this finish at 6, 7 a.m. After that, it's time for breakfast. So the young people, they arrive back home by 8 a.m. or 9 on Sundays, okay? So maybe you are not going to do that, but just in case, I don't need to be reported about that, but I want to tell you a couple of things. When you go out, bring a photocopy of your ID, of your passport, never the original. The same thing with your driver license. Maybe for a couple of things you have to do on the city, you need to bring an ID. But not every day, and not on a Saturday night or Friday night. You have a lot of concerts and places to go, so bring photocopies in a really good quality, and don't bring your card, the credit card, or because if you lose that, you have to call your parents. Your parents have to go to the bank. The bank is not going to send you that by FedEx. It's your parents that they have to send you that, because you can't use the normal post to send this card. So it will be crazy. So take cash. So use the first days in the city to know how much you will spend on a Saturday night, and bring cash. If you lose the cash, it's sad, but it's not the same as a card, okay? So those are things that you have to take in consideration when you are there. And take a cab, please. Public transportation is great during the week, but during the weekend, if you're going out, you will go on groups, so use a cab. The cabs, they are really good prices, and we don't use Uber. Yes?
I was just going
Yeah,
to
I
ask
know.
if there's Uber.
We don't use Uber. Uber is forbidden, okay? We have a trial, the companies, and also the people, and they consider that the cab drivers, they have to pass a lot of, tests, etc., and there is a lot of control, and it's not the same thing with Uber, so we're using cabs, it's legal, etc. If someone is telling you no, but you can use Uber, no, you can be in trouble, okay? Because if the cab drivers, they're seeing an Uber, they can react, and they have all the rights, because it's illegal in Barcelona, in Catalonia, okay? So I will start with my presentation about the program. That was an introduction, which is quite important. Why Barcelona? Well, Barcelona, why we are having our program in Barcelona and not in Madrid? Because Barcelona is very international, very well connected with other countries like France, for instance. But you can cross the Mediterranean Sea, by ferry, and you can go to Rome. So we are connected with the Mediterranean countries. So this is how the city looks like, and it's proving that the idea, like, if you're living in Barcelona and you want to go to the mountains, it will take you 40 minutes, and the landscape will be totally different. And you can go by public transportation. We are very proud of using a lot of public transportation, metro, tramway, buses, they're electric. We are taking in consideration the planet, and we should be less selfish about being on my car and thinking about the impact. So we are very proud that you can go outside, picnic, or using public transportation. The food. The food is very important. Take your time to eat. Take your time to connect with people when they're eating, because we are sharing the lunch time. It's the time to talk and to connect with the people from your internship, from your job. You will see paellas everywhere. I will give you recommendations where you shouldn't buy a paella ever. We have a lot of tourism people that they're coming just for 2 days. So we have the restaurants like they're for tourism for a very short period. The idea is that our students, they are not feeling as tourists. You will be living there, you will be European there, so we don't want that. If you want to go and be a little bit sick, but I don't think so, okay? So when there are some people when they arrive and they think, oh, the paella is really yellow, it's good. No, it's not good, a lot of chemical things. So what about classes? We are having an agreement with University of Barcelona, and so the students, they're attending classes every Tuesday from 9 to 12 is history and culture from Spain and Catalonia, okay? So that will be once a week. Then we have a seminar, and I am the professor from the J seminar once a week on Wednesdays from 9 to 11:30. And then you have an optional seminar, also with me, I'm sorry, is on Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. It's about women and gender studies. Okay. Yes.
Is that the class that is optional for a Spanish language credit?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're attending this class for this, your readings, they will be in Spanish,
okay.
and you have to write the papers in Spanish
Okay.
too. Okay. So for each of my seminars, you have to write 2 papers in English or in Spanish, depending of your situation, and attend the classes. If you are sick or if your parents, boyfriend, lover is visiting you, congratulations, but you have to attend the classes. That is not a justification of I cannot come, okay? Traveling, yes, it's totally possible during the weekends. So the internships, they're from Mondays to Fridays, okay? And then the weekend is for you. But my recommendation is do not buy tickets before you arrive and you have your first meeting with your boss, because maybe, you know, they're organizing an event or a specific action from the company organization on a Saturday, Friday, and this weekend you have tickets to go to London. So please don't buy tickets before your arrival. Talk to your boss and then start buying the tickets, okay, in order to know if they need you one weekend. If you're working on a Saturday night or Friday or Sunday, then you are not going to work on Monday. We'll reduce the hours. We are taking these hours in consideration, okay? The internship hours, they're 20 hours minimum, 25 hours maximum per week, okay? So that gives you time to attend classes, to write papers, improve your Spanish, and have fun, okay? The internships, it's an internship program, you know that. So some students, they're wondering, oh, we will be in touch with other students from Spain, from Europe, and yes, but not through the classes. You will be attending classes prepared for you, because you need to learn things that maybe the European, but the Catalan students, they already know. So that's why you're having history from Catalonia and Spain, etc. So the classes, they are for this group of students. But for us, the important thing about socialize and meeting people is through the internship. It's not inside of the educational part. It's through the internships. You should socialize, meet people, etc. Okay, so internship program is like we are pushing you out from the university. It's like start to develop, you know, relationships with your colleagues, co-workers. Okay, questions? Hasta ahora, ¿alguna pregunta? Okay, now I will add more Spanish, porque estoy mucho inglés. Nuestra oficina está en el barrio tecnológico 22 arroba, que es Poblenou. There is a lot of companies, technological companies, that they're located there. We are really close to the sea, as you can see. And this is how Poblenous look like. So it's our office is 200 meters from there. So this is the Rambla, Poblenou Rambla. So we walk a lot. Walking is good. Think about the shoes you're going to bring there. Because the walking distances, people, they walk or they use a bike. Scooter is like, and public transportation, okay? We are avoiding, the car is the last option you will use, okay? And you go to the stores and you buy things and you have a lot of terraces, okay? how the sea and the beach looks like. You will see a lot of nudism. People, they don't use a lot of clothes to go and to swim. You will see people that they are coming back from work and they don't have a swimsuit and they don't care. So they will take their clothes off. I'm not talking about kids of 6 years old, okay, after school. I'm talking about adult people. So, and they will go for a swim. And you're maybe consider like, oh, maybe I'm on a nudist place. And no, no, isn't the way it is. And you will see grannies, grandpas, and that they wanted to go for a swim. And they just, the grannies, or they will use just something here, but not here. So it's very common, it's very open, and our students sometimes they are like, please don't do that, okay? We should respect that. We are at their home, and I'm very proud of seeing people that they're doing that. And you have places where they don't do that, so make your choices. But if you're going to stay in a place that people, they're in that way, don't take pictures, and because they don't take this in a really nice way. It's in the way they live, and you know, in Spain they had a dictator for 40 years. So nudity is a part of feeling free, having rights, expressing themselves. So you will understand more through the seminars. We are going to discuss about that. But when you're seeing reactions like that, there's something behind. It's not someone that is trying to show. Of course, we receive a lot of tourism that they are showing and they're looking for a couple or to have fun. But the people from there, they're doing that. You will see them like naturally. And you will see other people that they're looking for some adventures, okay? So the recommendation for our students is if you can't handle that, it's too much, look for another place. You will find places more where people, they're using the swimsuit, okay? But that is quite common. So this is an area, I don't know if the Gothic neighborhood in Barcelona is amazing. It's a great place to go and discover during the daytime and during the night. Okay, it's changing a lot. So we have a lot of places like Sagrada Familia, museums like Dali, Picasso, that are all in the city. So please take your time to visit and know the cultural part of the city and the architecture. This is La Barceloneta, Hotel Vela. Esta zona es muy turística. You will have a lot of concerts and, you know, nightlife going on in that area, which is great, but don't go for a swim there, okay? It's very dirty because, you know, bottles, and they're cleaning that all the time, but it's not the best place to go for a swim. Okay. Work experience, going back to the internship. Many students, they're like, how I should dress. It's casual professional. For the female students, think about your shoes because you will be taking the metro or the tramway or the bus, and you will walk probably from the stop to the company. So nice and comfortable. My recommendation is be yourself. The fact that you're in Europe doesn't mean that you have to change your style, that you have to buy clothes that they don't represent you. It's not your identity. Be yourself. And if you think that you have to accommodate something, it's okay, but be yourself and then observe the rest. Being yourself doesn't mean coming with flip-flops, please. That is for the weekends. No, don't go too casual, okay? Casual smarts is the idea. Be on time. Yes, it's Spain. People, they go late. I don't care. You're not from Spain. You're doing a program there. You're on time. The companies, they're sending me information about the students if they're late. So you are having credits through the internship. So being on time, working. The family's coming, or please don't go to the company and say, oh, but my boyfriend, you have to go and work. You can see your family after the internship, please. Because we are talking with the companies that we want them to treat our students as professional people, not as students. But if you're doing that, oh, but I have to write the paper, that is a contradiction. Es una contradicción. Latin humor. You will hear jokes and you are not going to understand, which is fine, cultural issues. And you will make jokes and they are not going to celebrate that. Or maybe yes, but so be ready for that because it will happen, okay? You will kiss probably a lot of people. We kiss in Spain. We're giving, even if we don't know each other, we kiss. Not when we go to buy something to the grocery store, of course not. But when you're the new one in the internship, your boss or the director will come and will introduce you, the whole team. So we have students that in one day they kiss 30 people, which means 60 kisses because there are 2 kisses. So be ready for that. Don't go with a hand like this the first day of your internship, like, because they will say, whoa, you're American, right? So yes, you're American, but please show that you're open and you adapt yourself, because that is the idea, okay? But if you go like this, like, oh no, it's not going to help, okay? Take your time for lunch, because in lunch maybe you will know a lot of the kind of projects that they are going on in the company, the main conversations there during lunch. So please join the group. Take your time after work. Sometimes they will go after work for a drink. It can be coffee or beer. I can tell you that. So, ir de tapas, do you know the meaning of ir de tapas? Okay, could you please explain that to the rest of the group?
Well, I think I do.
Okay.
I know what tapas are, so probably it just means going out for tapas with your work friends.
Okay,
Like
and what is
having them.
tapas?
Oh, it's like little small plates of like appetizer type food, but they're
Yeah.
a meal. Right?
Yeah, it's
No?
like olives, tortilla. So you go to a place and they're really little dishes, and you are testing food, and then you can leave if you need. Then you go to another bar and you will make the tapas from this bar. So the people they go in the tapas is going to different bars and test food. Some people they're having dinner in that way. Okay. The internship, minimum 20 hours. So that is important if you consider that you are not doing all the hours, or if you're doing much hours, and you talk to your boss. Okay, because sometimes they're having different interns and they are having different agreements, but for us, 25 is the maximum, okay? Unidos. Why do you think it's important that? It's just in case you miss your country? No. Why is important?
If you lose your passport?
Yeah. Please don't do that. But just in case we have that, you don't have to go to Madrid. That is important. We can fix that here. So that's why I insist about the fact if you go out, bring a photocopy, a good quality photocopy. But don't take that really, really serious. If you're traveling inside Europe, if you go to France, which is very close, and you will go to the airport, of course they are not going to accept your photocopy in the airport. You're smiling, but I had a student that she have done that. So no, of course not. But it's good to have that. Let's talk about transportation. The students, they will stay in apartments. You are sharing the apartment with other students from the group. And how you will move. All the apartments, they're located close to the metro station. So you will have this. This is, you see a card here, but I see gold here. Why? You will buy this card, T jove, català, jove, joven, young people, tarjeta para gente joven. So you will pay 130 euros, and this card, you will use that for 3 months. You can use all the public transportation in zone number 1, Barcelona city. So metro, tramway, buses, and trains, you will use that. All the time you need, from Monday to Monday, 3 months, okay? What if you lose that? Really bad luck, you have to buy another one. What happens if is damaged, the card? You will go to a metro station and they will change that, okay? They will give you another one. But don't lose this card, otherwise you have to pay it again, okay? Some students they're using the metro is the best, is fast, is amazing. But some students they don't feel comfortable, so they don't like the metro, so they use the tram or the buses. Okay, so you will check how do you feel the distances from the internship to our classes, etc. Remember that you have classes once a week at Mundet, is by metro, is the best option, the University of Barcelona. And once a week in our office in Poblenou. The same thing, the best option is the metro, and we have some buses too, okay? Okay, now I am going to talk about the internships and the companies. And for that, we cannot record that, you know. Then I will let you know. We have a study tour to Girona, okay? During the program is on a Saturday. You will go to Girona, which is inside of Catalonia. It's very representative, this city. You will go with one professor from the University of Barcelona, and you will spend a day there visiting the city, museums. You will have lunch there, etc. So we will let you know which Saturday you will have that, because this weekend you have to be there through the program. The seminars I already explained you, and this you will hear and see people talking to you about, you know, the Catalans, that they want to be independent, and if we are going to have a revolution. And no, we are not going to have a revolution. The independence maybe will happen, maybe not, but it's very peaceful, and it's a political debate. It's not that the people they are taking the streets, and no, the Catalans, they're people that they dialogue. They don't make a revolution. It's not like in the Basque country, and they have a different way. It's more political, okay? You will see a lot the Catalan flag, etc. You will hear Catalan, you will hear Spanish, and you will hear English, German, French, etc. As you might know, we are very close to the French frontier, so it's very easy to go to France, to the south of France, to Cannes, La Côte d'Azur. So you will see the influence. Catalonia is very influenced by the French culture, okay? Preguntas. Really?
For the phone number, don't we have to get a Spanish phone number? For
Yes,
this
that's
house?
the best. Yes, because for the companies, you know, if they need to call you or is the best. Some students, when they see that the student is having an American number, they are not going to call, or they will send you an email, and that will be really late. So it's for your internship, and for if we have an emergency or something, for me it's easier, okay, that all the students they are connected with Spanish number, yeah. And what about housing or everyday life? Yeah.
We'll be in charge of getting our own food and cooking. Is that correct?
Yes, you have to buy your own food.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we have a little kitchen in the apartment.
It shouldn't be little.
Okay.
It's
we'll
a
have
kitchen.
one.
Yes,
Okay.
you will have a kitchen, and yeah. And also, if you are not a big fan of cooking, you have a lot of restaurants, places to buy food, and the prices is very cheap.
Okay.
It's very cheap for salads, for everything. The food is cheap and really affordable.
Do we know where the location of the apartments are yet?
No, Drew should inform you, because it depends on the number of students. So we don't have yet the apartments, because we are doing the evaluation. They're starting the evaluation here, then they send me that, and then we confirm. What about the internships process? That's why it's very important that I can have a meeting with all of you if you're interested for the spring. I need to talk to you because I'm taking notes about your Spanish, about what would you like to do, because it's one thing I can read a resume, but I need to connect with the student. So I am taking notes, and then when your resume will arrive, I will put that together with my notes, and I will have meetings with the companies, and then I will inform you where you will be placed for the internship. You don't have to contact the company. Even when your internship will be confirmed, you don't need to tell them, hi, I will be, we have an agreement that is, you will start this day, they expect you this day, not before. isn't that way. So you don't have to do that, okay? So you will introduce yourself the first day of the internship, okay? So then when the students, they arrive, you will have orientations here if everything is okay with your application. And through the orientations, they will let you know the agenda for the first weeks in Barcelona. We will have a week of orientation, a city tour, etc. Anything else? Maybe not. Okay, I think that's all. I hope that we will have meetings in order that I can take notes. Okay. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.